What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be playing kind of a fun list inspired by one of the recent videos that I did, actually, where our opponent was playing Spidops EX, and I just kind of liked the idea, so I thought I would build it myself and kind of give my little take on it. So obviously we're focusing around Spidops EX, but it's not our attacker, it's actually just kind of chill on the bench more often than not. Really what we're using it for is its ability, the Trap Territory, where your opponent's active Pokemon, its retreat costs 1 more. So this is pretty good because its own ability, the Wire Hang, does 90 damage plus 30 more for each retreat your opponent has, like the retreat cost, the little symbol thing. You know, you get what I mean. And so it's pretty good, not great, but there's ways we can make it better, and that's with actually combining the Ariados as well, where it has the ability Big Net, which if your opponent's active Pokemon is a evolution, their retreat cost also costs 1 more. So this stacks together with the Spidops, making it pretty good, especially too in a meta where there are a lot of evolution Pokemon running around. It makes it so we get to kind of have multiple Spidops in play without actually needing to risk the 2 prize liability. Or, you know, again, we can just stack multiple Spidops. But the way we're actually going to get damage on the board is not only the Ariados, which does the String Bind for 1 energy for 10 damage, plus 30 more for each, you know, retreat costs that our opponent's active Pokemon has. But we also can do that again with Heracross with the super powered throw, which is literally the exact same thing for 1 more energy, but it's a basic, so we don't have to worry about evolving it. Which is pretty nice. And then also, I love Heracross. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So if given the opportunity to use it, I'm going to use it, as well as being able to throw it in the thumbnail for some classic YouTube algorithm clickbait. Hope I got you. Anyway, as well as Minior, because Minior actually helps us in a few different matchups. Obviously, a lot of matchups that have to do with control and stall decks, but also right now, a couple different like we still see Miraidon around, and we want to be able to hit that for weakness, so Minior is pretty useful in that regard as well. And then for Draw Engine, we just keep it simple. We just run the Bibarel, mostly because of the fact that we're already running the Hyper Aroma, so we want to just make sure that we're getting all that in play as quickly as possible. One of the things that will also help us in this matchup is we are playing the Gravity Gemstone, which just adds an additional point to their retreat costs. And we're also playing the Calamitous Wasteland, so any non-fighting Pokemon in play is their retreat cost is 1 more. We don't really care about being stuck in the active, because whatever we have in the active, we're going to be, you know, attacking with and benefiting from all these boosted retreat costs things, so obviously that's fine with us. One other card that we are teching is a 1 copy of Erika's Invitation. The main reason why we want this is because this deck does have an alternative win condition because of how much we're stacking the retreat costs and things like that. Obviously, we want to be taking knockouts with our big boy Heracross and like our Ariados and things like that, but if for whatever reason we're really behind or that's just not going to happen, we do have some alternative win conditions, and that's just trapping things in the active. Where we'll be able to go like Counter Catcher and trap something because of how high we're making the retreat cost, and being able to use Erika's as well. So we have a couple different options to make this work, so that's going to be the overall game plan that we're going for. But yeah, that's the list, so be sure to let me know what you think of the list and any changes that you would make. And yeah, we'll get into the gameplay in 1 second. I just want to give a shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for that additional level of support. Really does go a long way, and it means a lot, so thank you guys very much for that. As for everybody else, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of stuff for the YouTube algorithm, because my clickbait won't go on forever. Man, shout out to you, Heracross. You and me, buddy. Anyway. But yeah, that's just about it, and I will see you guys all in game number 1 in a second. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 1, and we're going to be going first. We unfortunately have to mulligan here, which is sad because we do actually have an okay setup if this was just like a Bibarel or something. Or a Bidoof, rather. But that's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. We'll see what we're up against. This is also okay. I mean, it's actually pretty bad. Because if we don't top deck something, we're kind of stuck a little bit. But, you know, for future turns, because we don't really have a way to draw out of this. But if we get lucky, we top deck an energy. Or, actually, if we top deck Buddy Poffin, that would be really, really good for us. We do see a Charizard and a Hydreigon on the other side. Okay, honestly, getting the energy is also okay. We place that down. I think we play our first Calamitous for now and pass. Just to make it a little bit harder for them to move the Cleffa later. If we get Iono'd here, that'd be super huge. There's an Arven. So, not going to get Iono'd, unfortunately. We see Rare Candy Sealstone. If we could top deck into an Iono of our own, that'd be also very good. Okay, they go Luminion, but that's just so they can use the Sealstone. They go Misfortune Sisters. Interesting. And if we can get Iono here, that'd be really good. We'll see what we top deck. Okay. Not exactly what we want, but Buddy Poffin's still acceptable. Because we can go Bidoof here, as well as a Spinarak. We go... Spidops here. And I think we hold on to the boss's orders. Since the retreat cost of the Cleffa is 2 now, which means they can't go Zard Evolution and move it. They have to have a switch, which I assume they don't play, or they have to go supporter for the turn as a Tauros, which they're not going to do. They miss everything. That works out pretty well for us. And we have our evolutions in hand, as well as the fact that we are going to be hitting these for weakness, which means that our Ariados, just being able to throw a single energy on that is going to be really good for us. The only thing is that we have to make a priority out of knocking out the Hydreigon, just because of the fact that if we don't, we're going to struggle, since it can just go Obsidian and knock out a lot of our stuff right away. So that is, like, objectively a problem. There's the Rotom. A lot of stuff that we're going to be able to trap, though. There's an Ultra Ball. So I think what we do, we'll place these down. I want to go boss and knock this out really, really badly. The problem is that if I don't get an energy, I can't. Okay, there's some Nest Balls. Nest Ball is okay. It's going to get me another Bidoof so I can set up a second Bibarel later. And then I can hold on to that. I think I go Arven here to grab myself Gravity Stone. Earthen Vessel. And get rid of the Nest Ball. Grab myself 2 energy. Place the energy here, and then, like I said, I think I'm going to pass. Because if I attack into the Clefairy, then they just bring this in, evolve. Energy for turn. Yeah, they go energy for turn. And then, let's say they Pidgeot for, Crispin. Then they go Obsidian, knock out Bibarel, my Heracross, and the Ariados, and then I just lose. So I don't think I can afford to do that. I can deal with the Charizard and all that later. I have to put a priority on making sure I get rid of this. So now that I'm set up, I can take a turn to use the boss and knock that out. Even better if they turn it into a Hydreigon, because then I'll get 2 prize cards for it. Because I have for weakness, they can't afford to play slow where I can. Because as of right now, there's no way that they bring this in and get the Obsidian off. They would be able to pick this up, place an energy down onto Hydreigon, and then attack into the Heracross, discarding my top 2. But if that's the case, like, that's fine. We already have the 1 energy for Ariados. We just need to set up another Ariados in the background. Okay. That works out really, really well. We have the Erika's invitation for later, so we'll go Boss's Orders, pull this up. We do... Man, we're just short by 10 damage, which means we do have to use the Gravity Stone, which I didn't really want to do, if I'm honest. We'll place the energy onto the Ariados, so that way we do have that for later. And we'll go Buddy Poffin. We'll place the Minior down because I can actually use the Minior to knock out the Rotom later on. I think I go Ultra Ball here, get rid of this and this. Use that to grab myself the Bibarel. It's crazy how many of my other cards are prized right now. But I can just start putting energy onto the Spidops as well. Okay. All of that works for me. So I can go ahead, Superpowered Throw for 380, knocking out the Hydreigon. Taking 2 prizes. Okay, perfect. So I can start setting up another Spidops. Which I will need. That's a little bit annoying. That's also annoying. I was hoping I would be able to go like boss, pull up the Rotom, place the energy down onto the Minior, get the Rotom trapped, and just start attacking that. But guess not. Darkness is going to knock that out. We'll bring in the Ariados. 260, so we are a little bit short. Alright, we'll place this down. Place 1 energy here. Go Arven for Gravity Gemstone. And grab the Pal Pad. Gravity isn't going to do enough, right? Because, wait. 32, 90, yeah, that should, right? Oh, we're short by 10 damage again. So, here's what I'm going to do. I think we Pal Pad back in. Boss's orders. Erika's invitation for later. Okay, there's a Fezandipiti, and that's actually not too bad for us. We'll go String Bind here. Ariados will get knocked out, which is a little unfortunate, but not the biggest deal in the world, because it'll put us at even prize cards. There's an Arven for another Rare Candy, which means they can go Rare Candy Hydreigon. Man, it's so sad that we're 10 damage off. But we shouldn't be. Like, the fact that a bunch of our... 2 of these were prized, as well as, like, our Spinarak. Which is, you know, definitely annoying. Blazing Darkness does knock us out. The nice part about this, though, is we can just actually bring up the Minior and attack with that. It will do enough damage. Right, we have to clear that. Kind of completely forgot about that. Alright. We go Fezandipiti. Place an energy onto the Minior. We go Iono. We get to bring this up. We'll go Bibarel. Hyper Aroma. Grab the Ariados just to help thin our deck out a little bit. Ultra Ball. Get rid of both of these. Grab ourselves one more. Draw up a barrel. And then we go Fez. There we go. Alright. So we clear that out. We get the attack off. We also have Erika's Invitation, which is pretty good for us. It will allow us to trap. But at this point, we just need an attack with... We just need an attack against Hydreigon, so we should be fine. They can't take 4 prizes this turn unless they have Briar. And if they go Briar, there's no... Oh, okay, that's not true. They could go Briar to be able to go Obsidian, knock out the Minior, both the barrels, and then they would need a counter gain and 1 energy. Flip the script. Okay, there's the Dark Energy. If they don't have Briar, though, it doesn't matter. They need Briar and Counter Gain. There's a boss, which means we don't get Briared this turn. They can't KO the Spidops, because this only does 200 damage. Even if they boost it, there's no way to boost it by 60. We do lose out on double boss there, though. That could have been terrible. We do top deck the energy, though, which means we will do enough damage. And literally every one of our attackers got to attack this game. That's pretty funny. Minior got a KO. Heracross, the MVP, got a KO. Spidops got one. Ariados was 10 damage short, which was unfortunate. But yeah, that was actually a very fun game one. And even with some odds stacked against us on our prizes, we were able to pull it out. Obviously thanks to hitting for weakness, but hey, that's what it's for. So yeah, that's going to be game number 1, and we'll jump into game number 2 in a second. Peace. Alright, we're into the next game, and we're going to be going first. We open our Spinarak as well as our Bidoof, so that's pretty good. We do have our Calamitous as well. We see a Mimikyu. That doesn't matter to us. We top deck our Bibarel. We get to place an energy down. Guess we just pass. We'll see. If we're up against Gardevoir, that could be a little bit hard. But we could probably just trade like one prizers over and over. In this case, I think we just go Arven for Gravity Mountain. Or, sorry, not Gravity Mountain. For the Gravity Stone and an Energy. Or, sorry, not Energy. What am I doing? What am I saying? Hold on. I keep just looking at things and saying them. We could go Arven. We don't need to go for the Hyper Aroma. They missed. That's pretty good for us. The Rotom is nice because of the fact that it will be a target we can actually hit later on. Fortune Sisters hits the Bug Catcher set. So this is going to be some kind of control deck, which makes things a little bit more annoying. I think we still play the Bidoof down. I'll grab the Gravity Gemstone. And what do I grab? A Buddy Poffin? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Because I can go Gemstone here. Calamitous, Buddy Poffin. Buddy Poffin for the Minior because I'm going to want that. And the Tarountula. I can go ahead and place an energy onto that. Just so that way that's prepped for later. I do get the Ultra Ball. I think I'm going to just go ahead and do this to grab myself the Ariados. Place this down and knock out the Toxagiri. They will be able to go Handheld Fan and remove my energy, but I do have another one in hand. I want to make sure that I'm getting damage down on the board, and the fact that I have Minior means that I don't actually have to worry that much about the control matchup. I just have to worry about, like, repeated Handheld Fans being annoying. Sorry, I have to keep muting my mic because I keep just sneezing all over the place. Well, we knock out the Mimikyu here, which is good for us. We can just go ahead and place this down. Go Buddy Poffin again for another one of these. And yeah, I guess that's fine. We can go Incisors. We do get ourselves another Gemstone. We'll go Arven, though, for our Hyper Aroma and TM Evo. Play the Hyper Aroma down. Grab this and these. Had to sneeze again. This is insanity. I, like, cannot stop sneezing. Alright, we go String Bind, knock that out. And then we'll see what they bring in. Alright, and another sneezing attack down. They bring in the Klefki. Crushing Hammer. They do flip heads, so this is just a really annoying mill control deck. Okay. I mean, we can always Night Stretcher, pick the energy back up. They remove it from the one on the bench, so actually that's fine with me. We already have 2 prizes down, which means the Rotom is just a Minior target whenever we decide to boss later on in the game. Which is totally fine with us. It actually means that I don't want to use this Night Stretcher. I just want to make sure that I can always go energy into Minior later on in the game. Because we only need 2 more knockouts before we just start hitting the Rotom. And we do have a Switch in our deck anyway, so we can always just get around if they try to, like, boss us and be annoying. So we'll see. Like, we play enough energies as well as, like, Super Rod and stuff like that, like, I don't really care if they discard energies from us. They go Penny to pick up the Rotom. Okay, that just means that we gotta knock out some Klefkis. Or not Klefkis, Comface. Still fine with us. We play that down. We have Ionos as well, so we can always reset our hand that way if we want to. We'll go Earthen Vessel, get rid of TM Evo. Just grab ourselves some extra energy. We'll go Buddy Poffin for one more Spinarak. Place the energy down onto that. And we'll take the other knockout. The main reason why we want to prioritize the Spinarak placing the energy on is just because its attack only costs 1 energy. So it's like we can always power up the other stuff later, but I just want to make sure that we have one backup attacker powered up and ready. On the next turn, we'll probably just end up going Iono. Oh, that's annoying. We'll get rid of this, because we have Minior, this, I guess this, and this. Okay, I see the point of the deck now, and it's very annoying. But it's not that big a deal. We have Ionos, and so now we know what the goal of their deck is. And they have 3 turns left, more or less. I I guess we should have Iono'd on the last turn. I just didn't really know what to expect, and so we got caught off guard a little bit. But almost everything we discarded isn't stuff that really matters anyway, except for the Switch card. Arguably, we probably should have kept that. We could have risked giving up one Iono. I guess it wouldn't have mattered as much. Is there anything we need to Pal Pad? I kind of want to hold on to the Pal Pad for the Ionos later. We'll hold on to the energies as well. Actually, we'll just straight up go Iono right now. Put ourselves down to 3, reset them a little bit. Make it so we don't have to care about the outcome of things all too much. We'll just keep attacking. Getting our string binds and looking to kind of close out the game. Take a prize card. There's another Iono, so we should be fine. Again, we can always Super Rod the 3 energies back into the deck. And if they boss trap us, we just go Minior. Where we already have them at a high enough retreat cost that we one-shot. Block Lax, we hit for weakness, so that doesn't matter either. It's not really like much they can do to us, I don't think. Yeah, I feel like this game's kind of over. Because Tenacity gets rid of our stadium, but the stadium's not really relevant at this point in the game. You can get them a special energy, but I don't know. Yeah. I kind of figured that their stadium was going to be that, but again, we don't really care. Since, 1, we have Minior, and 2, almost everything we're actually attacking with doesn't matter. Like, the stadium won't affect us because we're not rules box based. If anything, drawing the cards just kind of helps us get to, like, the 1 energy we're looking for. We'll not really bother playing the Artazon either. Just go Iono again. We go Bibarel. We'll Super Rod to put the 3 energy back into our deck. And then from here, we just pass. Because we're just waiting on drawing into those energy. Because each time we do, we just take a prize card, and we only need 2. And we know there's still energy left in our deck as well. 2 Meals Cheer. What does this do again? Any combination of Pokemon superior cards. Okay. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Because what can they shuffle back that's relevant? Oh, just like some Misfortune Sisters and stuff. There's an energy onto the Mimikyu. Flower selecting. There's the energy that we wanted onto the Minior. So we fly in, we boss up the Mimikyu, and then, ooh, we are short, actually. That's... Wait a minute, that doesn't matter either. Right? Because we tackle, We are a little bit short, which is, like, annoying. But, like I said, I don't actually think it matters. Because if they place the energy here, they knock us out. We bring Ariados in, we knock this out, and then we just need one prize left, which means we either find the Minior again. Yeah, I kind of expected that. We can get rid of everything that isn't... Okay, so there's the Comvei. So we just look for our Wasteland then. Which we should have one more of in the deck. There's a Bibarel. What we'll do is we'll go Ultra Ball. And just look to see if we have Wasteland. We don't, which means we do need to take another prize. How are we going to do that? Alright, we take Bidoof out of the deck. Okay, this is going to be the play. Means we do have to boss the Snorlax. Is that going to be enough damage, though? Wait a minute, hold on. We're overthinking this. We retreat. Bring in the Archeops. Go... Stringbind? Take the knockout. And then we have a 50-50 chance of winning the game. We didn't get it. Because I was going to say, if we... Because our other card is Wasteland, so if we were able to get the Wasteland, then we just bump the Stadium. Wasteland gives us the last, like, piece we need. How many counter catchers have they used so far? Only 2. We can assume they have 2 more. Machinations, we already knew that was coming. We don't really care too much about that. We can get rid of the boss. I don't really... That's fine. If they attack, they do lose. If they clear... If they go boss and knock out the Minior, they lose. Handheld fan doesn't matter. Our Wasteland being prized makes this so much harder. Oh, we win. Right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, they give up. We'll just go ahead and Stringbind. The handheld fan doesn't matter. Yeah, they're out of options. They're out of plays. They didn't have a way to move us. They didn't have boss in hand or a way to draw one, nor did they. There's our Calamitous, and they didn't have a way to counter catcher us again or draw into one. So it works out for us. We were able to get around everything. If we could have drawn into our Calamitous, that would have been much better. Obviously, if we got it from our prize card sooner, that could have been a much bigger deal. But it is what it is. We kind of had the options, we had the outs, and we played to our win condition. So we were able to take that game, and so we will do one more, and I will see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 3, and we're going to be going first. We get a very bad opening hand, to be completely honest, but if we top deck something usable, Like, if we top deck Buddy Poffin, it, like, gets playable. But if we don't, then we're gonna struggle. We are up against Charizard, which does make this matchup a little bit more playable, just because we'll be able to hit for weakness, but we're definitely very, very far behind. We kind of have to pray our opponent, like, Ionos us or something. Or again, if we top deck, like, an Arven, that would also be okay. Oh, cool. Our opponent's hand is also super dead, which means we do have enough for us to get ahead. Let's go! Heracross coming in for the clutch. Another Wasteland. Don't need that. Go ahead, Iono me at your peril. And they said Heracross was only for clickbait. You fools! The Heracross carry. Let's go! Superpowered throw! I can't imagine how bad their hand must be. Oh, hey, there's that Arven we wanted. Well, on to game 4. That's really stupid. But, hey, see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're in game number 4, and we're going to be going first. Our opponent won the coin flip, but actually opted for us to go first, which is interesting and makes me feel like I'm in danger. And our hand is not very good, so that also scares me. We do see Dunsparce. We get an energy and not much else. We're going to just go ahead and pass, I guess, is the play that we have to make. We could go TM Evo on our next turn, I guess. It's a Duskull. I mean, that'd be the most feels bad turn possible, is if we have to just go TM Evo on the next turn. But it may be what we do. We do have the Pokégear, though, so we could always hit like an Iono. Our opponent isn't really doing too much, so we may get lucky. Okay, hold on. The TM Evo might not be bad. We'll grab that and this. Place these down. We'll go Pokégear. We miss everything tragically, but it's okay. We'll place an energy onto this one for now. Go TM Evo. And we'll Evo for this and this. Since that will remove the free retreat cost from the Dunsparce. Not that that's super relevant, because they'll probably just go like the Dunsparce after and just draw themselves some cards, but we just, you know, yeah, so there's the Dunsparce, so it doesn't really matter, but we do get it out. They bring that in. They could go ahead and Dusclops to pop the Tarountula on the bench, I guess. Oh, got it. Okay, I just assumed they were just using the sleeves for fun. They actually are using... Oh, that's kind of interesting. They're using Palafin, and the way to get around... And their plan to get around Palafin is to, like, attack, bring this in, or, like, yeah, like, to swap in the Dusclops, pop the Dusclops to switch out. That's pretty smart. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves the Heracross at this point, because we don't need, like, a ton of switching going on. Throw the Gravestone down. We'll go Boss's Orders onto this just to give ourselves more draw opportunities, and also because if we hit the... Okay, cool. I was going to say, if we hit the Ariados, then we do just KO this, and that removes a lot of problems for us. We can go ahead and play this down for the future, go String Bind, knock this out, and profit. And now the rest of our energy just goes into making Heracrosses. Hey, let's go. All right, that's game 4. 2 weird games back to back, but we'll take what we got because at this point I've recorded enough that it's time for me to do something else with the rest of my day and be a productive member of society. So this is going to be it for the video, guys. Sorry about the last 2 games, but I think you get the point of the deck. It's actually a lot of fun and kind of performs better than I was expecting it to. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in other content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Be sure to let me know what you want to see in the next video. I'm really excited for Prismatic Evolutions that comes out in like a little over a week. So we're going to be diving into those decks soon. So if you're excited for that as well, be sure to, like I said, just check out the channel. And yeah, that's just about it. I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.